extradited to Florida. The extradition was put on hold after the paperwork for the warrant wasn't filed in time. Gardner is charged with first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit murder, solicitation to commit a capital felony, and child abuse. We'll have the details from her court appearance tonight on Apple Valley News Now. Washington State Patrol has made some progress in dealing with people selling gold jewelry on the side of highways. According to Trooper Chris Thorson, WSP confiscated these items from two separate people in Yakima. He says both are now under investigation. Earlier this month, there were reports of people selling gold jewelry and other items for gas money. However, buyers later discovered the gold was fake. The State Patrol reminds you that if someone attempts to flag you down while driving, don't stop. Call 911 and provide their location to authorities. Richland police are searching for a missing woman and they're looking for the public's help. 21-year-old Juliana Ramos Flores was last seen September 28th. She's listed as 5 feet 1 inch tall. Richland police say she has a tattoo of a rose on her right forearm and a black heart on her left wrist. If you see her, call non-emergency dispatch at 509-628-0333. Voluntary Employee Beneficiary Association, or VEBA, is a system that's reportedly costing Franklin County almost $3 million per year. And now commissioners are looking at ways to bring down that bill. Apple Valley News Now's Alyssa Warner has more.
For many county employees, VEBA is a tax-free trust fund account that they can use to pay for medical expenses that aren't covered by county-provided health insurance. Franklin County Administrator Mike Gonzalez says the county is now looking to change its employee benefits package. Right now, the county puts almost $1,600 per month towards employee health care. Now that money is split between insurance premiums and VEBA payments.
So you notice the cost of the premium goes up to $1,376.41. Again, we pay that same amount across the board. The cost of the employee, it's zero, so that's really solid. The amount of VEBA, you see it lessens as the cost of the premium goes up.
If your insurance premium costs more than $1,600 a month, you have to make up the difference, and you don't get a VEBA payment. If a county employee doesn't want or need health insurance coverage, they can simply get the entire payment as VEBA. Gonzalez says almost 6 county employees have taken that route, something that was a topic of discussion during the county commissioners meeting.
Exploitation of public funds for personal financial gain. That is how I view the VEBA system as it currently exists.
It's a disgrace that you're taking that money and giving cash to employees or elected officials.
The county is now looking at a plan that would offer a flat $400 per month in VEBA payments for employees who have county insurance plans and $600 for those who don't.
I just want what's fair and equitable for everybody. And fair and equitable isn't putting money in your pocket. Fair and equitable is an insurance plan that everybody can live with and know that they have insurance. That's the main thing, is that they have insurance.
Everybody has their own situation. What's fair and equitable, I mean, that argument could go on and on and on because, you know, a single person, let's say they retired single, they're going to need more money for health care than somebody that would, say, have a family, someone that could take care of them.
While the county could make that change right away for non-union employees, Gonzalez urged commissioners to wait.
Whatever we want to call it, equity, parity, but I mean, ultimately we want to make the right decision. I do think we should start with the bargaining units and let them lead the way.
The commissioners decided to continue working on this issue for at least another week.
There is currently an ongoing investigation into VEBA payments in Franklin County involving Commissioner Brad Peck, who did not attend yesterday's commissioner meeting. The commissioners passed a resolution in 2016 that allows them to convert any excess health care benefits into cash. Washington law says elected officials can't give themselves raises when they are in office, and in some cases, converting VEBA money into cash could be seen as getting a raise. And Commissioner Brad Peck is one who may owe the county around $47,000. Former Commissioners Bob Koch and Rick Miller may owe the county $20,000 and $21,000 respectively. That case is being reviewed by the Attorney General's office. A road not even half a mile long has finally been built after nearly 20 years in development. A ribbon cutting was held yesterday morning for the North Center Parkway between Gage Boulevard and Tapteel Drive between Kennewick and Richland. Construction began last year, but the project has taken a lot longer. according to the City of Richland's Public Works Director. The railroads and trains that run across the path presented a major challenge. The goal is to improve traffic around the Columbia Center Mall, provide more potential job creation, and better access to underserved properties.
Infrastructure is something you very easily take for granted. So in a month's time, people won't remember that this doesn't exist, and it'll be part of their routine, right? That's the way it works. So we're really happy to be able to get that done.
The Port of Benton has also issued a reminder that the railroad crossing between Gage Boulevard and Tapteel Drive on Center Parkway is fully operational now, and to be safe while in the area of the train tracks. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
A few more people out on the highways this morning on this Thursday, getting close to that weekend. I'll get you ready for your Thursday, and cooler temperatures loom next week. All that in my First Alert weather forecast coming up.
Plus, we'll hear from a Yakima psychiatrist on the impact high-functioning depression can have on someone.
Did you see this? It says most people are going to need long-term care that health insurance and Medicare won't cover.
I saw that, and it got me thinking, if I need to pay for home modifications or in-home care, I am not prepared. Are you?
Not really. I mean, whatever happens, I just want to know that I'll be able to get care and stay in my own home as I age.
Right? I want that too. So,
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready for a spine-tingling adventure like no other? Welcome to the Windermere Haunted House and Trunk or Treat. You know, a good haunted house has a few key ingredients. First, you need creepy ambiance. Next, you'll need spine-tingling surprises around every corner. And of course, you can't forget the treat. Will you dare to enter, or will you chicken out? The Windermere Haunted House and Trunk or Treat event, where fun and fright collide.
Every 15 minutes, someone is involved in a semi-truck collision in the U.S. Whatever the cause, big trucks mean big crashes, resulting in serious, even fatal injuries, large medical bills, and loss of wages. If you've been injured in a crash with a big rig, call Abeta Nelson Injury Law today. We've handled the most big truck accidents in Central Washington over the last 40 years, recovering millions for our clients. Abeta Nelson, we take your injury personally.
Does your bath or shower need a remodel? Bathfitter can do it all. We'll remove your existing fiberglass tub or shower and replace it with a custom crafted shower or soaker tub. All made in America at our state-of-the-art factory. We rebuild your walls with new drywall and install a custom-made tub or shower with seamless walls in as little as 1 day. All work is guaranteed and built to last. Call your locally owned Bathfitter store now to book your free in-home estimate or visit bathfitter.com.
Our hometown. It's more than the regions we live in or the roads we drive on. It's a camaraderie, a belonging. It's working together to be a part of something bigger. All October long, bring a non-perishable food donation to McCurley dealerships or find a specially packed food donation bag at any local Yolks Fresh market. You are driving change in our community. That's what makes home, home.
Find your way home in a new, used, or certified pre-owned vehicle from McCurley Chevrolet.
Fabulous fall colors at the Yakima Arboretum. Fly the Northwest Tuesday at 6.
It's 6:07 on this Thursday morning. Well, one of the criteria for a clinical depression diagnosis is an impairment in functioning. But mental health advocates say that functioning well on the outside doesn't mean you are well on the inside. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell spoke to psychiatrist Dr. Sue Varma about what high-functioning depression is, or about what high-functioning depression is, and what you can do to take care of your mental health.
Depressed mood, diminished pleasure in most or all activities, fatigue, feelings of worthlessness, or excessive guilt. Psychiatrist and mental health advocate Dr. Sue Varma says you can check off all those symptoms and still not be diagnosed with depression.
In order to be qualified for, quote, a diagnosis, you have to have impairment in functioning, and a lot of times people will get dismissed by family, by doctors. They'll be like, but you're doing so well. You're showing up, but you're not able to function properly. You're not as productive as you used to be.
It's called high-functioning depression, not an official diagnosis, but Varma says it's just as costly.
If you go to a day of work or a day of meetings, are you so exhausted and it takes like 3 or 4 days to recover and then you're avoiding people? Or if you just find that you're not getting pleasure from the things that you used to. In my mind, that's like the hallmark of depression.
Varma says there's no one-size-fits-all solution, but cognitive behavioral therapy, lifestyle interventions, medication, or a mix of all can help. But she says practicing practical optimism can help, starting right now with the 4 M's of mental health: movement,
15 to 20 minutes of anything that brings you joy, and it could be walking, it could be yoga, it could even be stretching.
Mindfulness,
2 minutes of a deep breathing exercise, or it could just be doing one thing at a time, whatever you're doing wholeheartedly.
meaningful engagement,
Going deep with someone, being vulnerable, asking key questions.
and mastery.
You don't have to be a master at something, but just spend 10 or 15 minutes a day getting better at something.
4 little habits that, if done every day, Varma says can help make a big difference in your mental health. In Yakima, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
And the doctor's book, Practical Optimism, The Art, Science, and Practice of Exceptional Well-Being, details all these principles. It's set for release in February of next year. Well, from podcast to TV series, the true crime genre has taken off in popularity. But how can too much true crime impact our mental health? Cleveland Clinic psychologist Shavona Child says your view of the world can easily change if you're constantly consuming grisly murder stories. Watching too much true crime may cause you to become overly wary of others, even people you've known and trusted for quite some time. At home, true crime fans may find themselves triple checking their locks at night and not being able to fall asleep. Dr. Child says these feelings of heightened anxiety can lead to isolation, which is not good for your overall mental health. She stresses moderation is key when it comes to true crime, and it's important to recognize if you need a break.
It can increase our anxiety because we become hypervigilant. We're always looking for the bad person. Every white van becomes the van of a killer or a murderer. Notice when you've had too much, if you're more than hypervigilant, if your anxiety is increased, if you're fearful of leaving your home, if you start to isolate and you're thinking more about the true crime than you think about anything else, it's time to take a break.
Dr. Childs urges people to explore different genres as well as other activities and hobbies to help them limit true crime content if needed. Coming up, the development of a massive wind farm near Horseheaven Hills is already facing opposition, but one county commissioner is bringing an issue to light that could cause the project to hit another snag. And I'll return with your first alert weather forecast. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Watch me. Watch me grapple, move, and pin. When I hit the mat, don't underestimate the grin. I've got state championships and medals to show, but it's about more than just winning. This you should know. Overcoming odds through therapy and care. The road was long, now opponents beware. Watch me. Game-changing sports medicine at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
Bruno! Bruno!
Pup on the run? No problem. With 5 drive modes, Rogue makes this a walk in the park.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get a low $389 per month lease on Rogue or get 0% APR financing for 36 months on the Rogue Platinum.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Doctors Kopstein and King for a free live webinar October 26th at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Saturday on Apple Valley News Now.
Washington State battles the high-flying Oregon Ducks live from Eugene. It's a classic Pac-12 matchup. The Cougars and the Ducks, Saturday starting at 12:30 on ABC and Apple Valley News Now. If it's Monday, it has to be Monday Night Football on Apple Valley News Now as San Francisco heads for the Twin Cities for a showdown with Minnesota. The 49ers, the Vikings, followed by a special primetime Apple Valley News Now. Watch Monday starting at 5.
Next live, Fisher Stevens and Casey Cott. Plus, coming October 31st, it's Live's Halloween show.
Coffee?
Take it. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Thursday morning, everyone. Hope you're enjoying your morning so far. Still just a little bit of traffic picking up just a bit outside of Geisa Stadium right now in Pasco, and a beautiful morning is on the way. It is going to be gorgeous again today, but of course when we have these clear skies, that means we have a very chilly morning, and we have chilly conditions on the way next week. But today is going to be warm, light winds, dry. Perfect Thursday ahead, especially considering we're in the latter part of the month of October. But cool conditions like you would expect are on the way. Beautiful conditions right now, and as we move along in our Thursday, plenty of sunshine and clear skies overnight. That'll persist for your Friday. We're going to start to see a little bit of cloud coverage coming in Friday evening and into our Saturday, but just resplendent conditions for the next couple, but we do expect a big change coming on Sunday as we see much cooler temperatures, but not today. High pressure system now in Nevada. It's moved over from Northern California, just churning in those hot temperatures into our areas, and that will continue, as I said, through Saturday. So very nice, uncommonly warm conditions for this time of year. Now, not this morning. We're just 2 degrees off of our freezing point in Ellensburg, 5 degrees off of it in Yakima. Other than that, mid to lower 40s for the Mid-Columbia. Toppenish right around that 50-degree mark along the Blues. So this is the time of year when we start to get warmer in the morning hours along the Blue Mountain region. So temperature trend, we're going to be slightly less hot tomorrow and for Saturday, and then we're right around our average for Sunday and Monday, and then a big cool down is on the way as we head into our next work week. Look at a week from yesterday, 52. That's about 20 to 25 degrees cooler than what we're seeing today for our cities. So just get ready for a huge drop. And if you haven't gotten your coats out just yet, you may want to do that over the weekend. So wind speeds very light, and we expect light winds to continue today, tomorrow, Saturday. Slowly picking up as we head into our next work week, but still only around 10 to 15 mile per hour winds, nothing really substantial. Our visibility has improved for the Tri-Cities and Prosser. We do have some fog in between Tri-Cities and Yakima and Ellensburg, so if you're on the highway this morning, you might run into some. We expect fog, though, to pop up tomorrow. Again, all of this light winds should contribute to that. So as we head into our Thursday, highs mid-70s pretty much across the board. Our hot spot 76 for Hermiston, all the way down to 73 for Caudell. So again, a sign of a very stable weather pattern is closely grouped together temperatures for our regions, and that is happening today. So Yakima, you're going to be in the mid to lower 70s through Saturday, mid 60s Sunday and Monday, and look at that drop into Wednesday, 50 degrees. Could see some on and off showers as well. The good news, we'll see some cloud coverage come in, holding in some of the warmth. In the Tri-Cities area, mid to lower 70s through Saturday, and then those cool conditions are on the way. But for today, plenty of sunshine, light winds, dry conditions. It's going to be a lovely Thursday ahead and should be a lovely next couple of days, but building clouds Saturday night and then that change coming next week.
Efforts to build a huge wind farm in the Horse Heaven Hills area are now facing opposition in both Benton and Yakima counties over water issues. But according to Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell, water wasn't part of the discussion at a meeting to discuss potential environmental impacts.
The Washington State Energy Facility Site Evaluation Council is one step closer to finishing up an environmental impact study for the proposed Horse Heaven Wind project. An update meeting Wednesday highlighted unavoidable issues like the visuals of the wind farm, safety for hang gliders during construction, and
we believe that there will be significant impacts to traditional cultural properties due to ground disturbance, physical alteration, loss of access, and visual interference.
Working with the Yakama Nation and other tribes on ways to reduce impacts.
But we believe that there is insufficient mitigation that we have been able to identify to reduce these impacts to a level of non-significance.
But no mention of water. The only reference, one line in a PowerPoint about the removal of unavailable water sources. That wasn't discussed. It's an issue Yakima County Commissioner Amanda McKinney brought up in a letter on October 12th, saying that Scout Energy, the company behind the project, doesn't have water rights to build and maintain it, after both the city of Kennewick and the Silamoxie Irrigation District said they could not supply water. Now they're turning to a new source, a potential groundwater transfer from the Department of Natural Resources.
This is critical because we're looking at potentially shifting a very finite resource from irrigators, from farmers, from domestic users, to an industrial use when it's also taking ag land out of production.
McKinney says there's concerns not just about the impact, but over how quickly the process is moving along compared to other applications.
The Yakima Basin Integrated Plan has been working for decades trying to increase water access. One of those is through ground or surface water storage. Ecology had been working with the members to create a surface storage reservoir.
But after years of work, the plan fell through.
And it took 8 years to get to that point. And yet this council is going out and citing major complexes with massive impacts all around in a matter of months.
McKinney asking that the state slow down and review Scout Energy's proposal again before making any permanent decisions. Reporting, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
McKinney says she hasn't heard back after she sent the letter to the state on October 12th. You can see the full letter on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. The Great Shakeout is set for today in Washington State. It's meant to help you prepare for a potential earthquake. The drill begins at 10:19 this morning, and that should be easy to remember since it shares the same digits as the date. Participants will respond as if a quake was actually happening. And a siren test will also be taking place today along the Columbia and Yakima rivers between 10 and noon. According to Benton and Franklin County Emergency Management, it's meant to test emergency equipment and response protocol. You may hear sirens along the Columbia River between the Vernita Bridge and Leslie Groves Park in Richland, at Horn Rapids Off-Road Vehicle Park, the Rattlesnake Mountain Shooting Facility, or the Columbia Generating Station. This is also a test of the Benton and Franklin County Code Red phone notification system. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, a group of parents are suing Snapchat after dozens of children died from overdosing on drugs allegedly given to them by people they met on the popular messaging app.
Give yourself that new car feeling with a detail from ProClean Auto Detail Systems. Details start at just $125 and we'll make your car look and feel like new. Gift certificates are available. Forget the rest and come to the best. ProClean Auto Detail Systems.
Hi, Mo. I need your help. My humans were run off the road by a car that drove off. What should we do? The law says you have 72 hours to report it to law enforcement to make a claim on their insurance, so have them go do a police report? Thanks, Mo. You're the best, hun. I'll give Brumback and Autumn a call. That way, I can come see you.
Brumback and Autumn, Bulldog Tough.
The nights are cooler, and many Yakima Valley residents still depend on wood-burning devices in their homes as their primary source of heat. New wood pellet stoves or electrical devices are much more efficient and are regulated to control emissions. They're cleaner burning and release fewer harmful air pollutants and carcinogens. Upgrade today with the help of Yakima Regional Clean Air Agency's Wood Stove Change-Out Program. With rebates up to $3,800, you could get a new device at little or no cost to you if you qualify. Call today.
Exciting news. US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro with a stunning titanium design and the best iPhone camera yet. The thing that I love...
Beautiful. Now let's cue the music. Green screen. And action.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Come on, man. It's titanium.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Cut. Love it.
That felt good.
Now you can get the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Flooring is not forever. Are you tired of stains, traffic patterns, chips, dents, scratches, and the smells? Shop for the perfect flooring for your life, whether you need carpet, laminate, or hardwood. Great Floors is here to help you reinvent your space. We are celebrating Karastan Month in October by offering incredible discounts on Karastan carpet and hardwood flooring. Ask about our in-house 0% 12-month financing. Visit a Great Floors today and spend the winter on Great Floors.
Saturday on Apple Valley News Now. Washington State battles the high-flying Oregon Ducks live from Eugene. It's a classic Pac-12 matchup. The Cougars and the Ducks. Saturday starting at 12:30 on EBC and Apple Valley News Now.
Stacy Lee, she's on your side. Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather.
We'll come back on this Thursday morning. Well, there's a new legal battle over drugs available on social media. Some families who've lost children to a drug overdose are suing Snapchat, demanding changes to protect kids. More than 60 families have joined the suit that claims Snapchat's features, including automatically deleted messages and the My Eyes Only privacy, make illegal activities harder to track. Snap Inc., the owner of Snapchat, is responding, saying it uses cutting-edge technology to try to keep users safe and is, quote, working hard to stop dealers from abusing our platform and to raise awareness about the dangers of fentanyl. Many of the parents say they're not suing for money. They just want more done to protect kids.
Snapchat is the largest open-air drug market we have in the United States, especially when it comes to our kids. Dealers in our kids' pocket 24/7. They come to your home and deliver to your house or somewhere nearby. It's very easy.
One victim's family says the local district attorney decided not to prosecute the alleged drug dealer. They're now pushing for what's known as Sammy's Law, aimed at holding social media companies responsible for crimes committed on their platforms. October marks National Bullying Prevention Month. Roughly 1 in every 5 U.S. student between the age of 12 and 18 report they've been bullied, and nearly 1 in 16 say they were victims of bullying online or by text. That's according to a 2019 nationwide survey by the National Center for Education Statistics. Health experts say prevention starts at home, and it's critical that parents and guardians can create safe environments that allow kids to discuss their feelings.
We don't want kids to start to internalize things, push things down, suck it up, because it's going to come out at some point. It's going to come out in other ways. It could come out at other people.
Experts say teaching kids about empathy is key, so they start to think about how their behavior impacts others early in development. They also recommend teaching coping skills so kids can learn to navigate their feelings in a healthy way. Also give your kids an example. Don't normalize or minimize bullying and its impact. Coming up, the suspect in the 2005 disappearance of 18-year-old Natalie Holloway has entered a plea with prosecutors after confessing to his role in the teen's death. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Did you know Astria Health has the only team of neurosurgeons in the Lower Valley? Patients no longer need to travel long distances to receive the spine care they need. Patients with spinal tumors, stenosis, herniated or degenerative disc diseases, spine trauma, fractures, or spinal cord injury can be seen by an Astria neurosurgeon in Prosser, Sunnyside, or Zillah. Ask your primary care provider for a referral to one of our neurosurgeons. Astria Health, exceptional rural health care close to home.
Take a trip back in time at the Uptown Antique Market. Nearly 30 individual vendors with an amazing variety of inventory, from furniture to clothing, housewares to home decor, memorabilia, and much, much more. New inventory arriving daily at the Uptown Antique Market in Richland's historic Uptown.
Bruno! Bruno! Pup on the run? No problem. With 5 drive modes, Rogue makes this a walk in the park.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get a low $389 per month lease on Rogue or get 0% APR financing for 36 months on the Rogue Platinum.
In 2014, Benton County voters passed an initiative to fund law and justice efforts. For the past 10 years, these funds have kept our citizens safe.
Therapeutic courts means to me an intervention. 5 years ago,
My child would not be alive if it weren't for drug court. The police officers in Richland PD, was incredibly helpful. The outcome was beautiful.
Continue to keep Benton County safe. Vote to approve Proposition 1.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream. With internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV. With the all-new Xumo Stream Box. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with fast and reliable internet for $49.99 a month. Free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited mobile line, and a free Xumo Stream Box when you add Spectrum TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
Fall means huge savings at your destination store in Pasco. Broadmoor RV Superstore is needing to move the 2023s to make room for the 24s. And that means the deals are happening. Broadmoor RV has 11 2022 units that need to be moved with the best deals in the Tri-Cities. Our professionals are standing by and ready to make you the deal of a lifetime. Broadmoor RV Superstore, your destination store in Pasco.
We make camping fun.
Join me tonight at Twiggs Bistro and Martini Bar for our Golden Bachelor Watch Party. Awesome food and drinks, great giveaways, and Tri-City's own Faith Martin competing for the Golden Bachelor.
From Twiggs Bistro and Martini Bar, Active for Life, and Apple Valley News Now.
I'll see you tonight.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
The main suspect in the 2005 disappearance of Natalee Holloway has pleaded guilty to federal extortion charges related to the Alabama teenager's disappearance. And new information has tied the man suspected of being the Gilgo Beach serial killer to more victims.
And we have another beautiful day on the way with changes coming soon. I'll get you prepared. My first alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Thursday, getting close to that weekend. And I kind of cheated this week, Jill.
Oh, what did you do?
Well, I had Monday off. So
oh, that's right, yes.
So it's like Thursday. It feels like Wednesday.
Oh, that's lovely.
It is lovely.
It's a great feeling.
But welcome back, Jill.
Thank
Glad
you.
you had... She actually worked. She produced the show
here.
the
I was
past
working.
couple of days. So
she
was here, exactly. So we thank you for that, but glad to have you back on the desk. Let's take a look outside. Our first little bits and pieces of light are coming in. We're still about 50 minutes away from sunrise, but what a sunrise it's going to be. Plenty of sunshine throughout our areas. It is going to be a gorgeous day today. If you enjoyed yesterday, you're going to, well, enjoy today. Again, not much cloud coverage, if any, on our radar. And for our highs today, slightly warmer. We're right around those mid 70s, and we're going to stay in the mid to lower 70s through tomorrow and Saturday. But that big change is coming Sunday. We've been talking about it. That's going to be the slow transition from these warm, lovely conditions to cooler conditions with possible showers, and then downright chilly conditions next week, as we're going to be entering mid to lower 50s for our highs. So about a 25 to 20 degree drop from what we're seeing today by next Wednesday. So we're keeping a close eye on that. So beautiful Thursday is ahead. Hope you have a chance to get out and enjoy. Staying dry, and yes, we have those cooler conditions, but hey, we're 2 weeks away from, less than 2 weeks away from Halloween. We expect cool conditions by this time of year, and we definitely got it coming next week. That's coming up in my forecast. Right now, though, we're going to send it back to Jill.
Joran Vandersloot has confessed to killing Alabama teenager Natalee Holloway in Aruba in 2005. He made the confession when he pleaded guilty yesterday to charges of extortion and wire fraud in connection with the teen's remains. Vandersloot was the prime suspect in Holloway's disappearance. Her body was never found, and she was declared legally dead in 2012. According to a transcript of his confession, Vandersloot admitted to killing Holloway with a cinder block as they fought during a sexual encounter on a beach. Vandersloot says he decided to take her into the ocean to, quote, push her off. Her mother, Beth, spoke at the press conference after the hearing and says her nightmare is now over.
I got the answer I've been searching for the past 18 years. Joran Vandersloot's confession means we have finally reached the end of our never-ending nightmare. And for me, reaching the end of the nightmare, being over, is better than closure.
As part of the plea agreement, Vandersloot was sentenced to 20 years in prison. He's currently serving a 28-year prison sentence in Peru for the 2019 murder of Stephanie Flores, and the two sentences will run concurrently. Authorities in New York say they've made a connection between suspected Gilgo Beach serial killer Rex Heuermann and at least two more women, including Shannon Gilbert, whose disappearance led to the discovery of remains in the Gilgo Beach area. An attorney representing Gilbert's estate claims 4 previously unknown witnesses have come forward with information that could tie Heuermann to the case. Suffolk Police Commissioner Rodney Harrison said Wednesday they plan to investigate all leads.
It's all the bodies that were discovered. Let's not rule out Peaches, the Tyler, the Asian male. Those were the names that I shared with Tony, but it doesn't mean that we're not continuing to look at all the bodies that were discovered there. But the ones right now that John has, when it comes to Ms. Fragata and when it comes to Ms. Gilbert, are the ones that we're going to take a closer look at and see if they're connected to our defendant.
Heuermann is charged with the murders of 3 people and is the prime suspect in a 4th murder. Over 10 sets of human remains have been found in the Gilgo Beach area since 2010. Several House Republicans who voted against Representative Jim Jordan's House speakership bid say they are receiving threats as they struggle to elect a speaker. Those Republicans say they are experiencing pro-Jordan robocalls, menacing text messages, and even death threats since casting their votes. Jordan condemned the death threats, saying it's just wrong and we don't want it to happen to anyone, any American, anybody, any member of Congress. On Wednesday, Jordan failed to clinch the speakership after 2 rounds of voting. 22 GOP votes were against Jordan's bid, which was 2 more from Tuesday's vote. Right now, the House remains effectively frozen. It has been without a speaker for 2 weeks after the historic ousting of Kevin McCarthy. The U.S. ambassador is explaining why she vetoed a United Nations resolution calling for a pause in the Middle East conflict yesterday. Linda Thomas Greenfield says the U.S. wants more time for on-the-ground diplomacy in Israel. She says the UN Security Council should speak out about that, but that it needs to, quote, get this right. In particular, Thomas Greenfield argues the resolution should uphold Israel's right to defend itself from Hamas. President Joe Biden was in Israel yesterday, saying he brings a message of solidarity with that longtime ally. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Starting to get very nice this morning, and folks, we're going to be having a beautiful Thursday, but big changes on the way next week. Let me get you ready for all of that. My First Alert weather forecast coming up.
Plus, do you think your Halloween decorations are the best in the neighborhood? Well, one group of homeowners go all out for spooky season every year.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer. With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing, plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $3,500 total cash allowance on this Silverado with a Turbo Max engine. See your community Chevy dealers.
Our customers depend on us for everything. We grow well over 200 different crop varieties, and there's tremendous diversity within our trade territory. We spend a lot of time and work a lot with our customers on enhancing and utilization of the products that John Deere offers. From a technology perspective, we do what we say every single day.
I'm Buzz the Bee from the Painting Bees. I'm a local bee. I started painting houses, and here I am. So what do? We're a local painting company. We paint exterior, we do interior painting, and cabinetry as well. And we're here to take care of everybody, even the DIYers. And so why shouldn't you do this by yourself? Because of our combined 15 years of experience painting homes in the Tri-Cities area. So if you're interested in a free estimate, visit our website or call us at 509-591-8160.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Doctors Kopstein and King for a free live webinar October 26th at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
The Paradise Truth Box is now here.
The truth brings joy.
Braden and Rachel should make out.
And the truth can destroy.
Watch out for Kat.
Be mature men.
New Bachelor in Paradise tonight on ABC.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves.
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Take off for a colorful flight over the Yakima Arboretum.
Some of the trees are going to really lean more towards yellow and some lean more towards red. When the sun hits it, the tree just looks like it's on fire.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Next live, Fisher Stevens and Casey Cott. Plus, coming October 31st, it's Live's Halloween show.
Have a coffee?
Take it. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back. Some neighborhoods love to celebrate Halloween so much that the decoration is a well thought out production.
Certainly. Take a look at this. Homeowners in this South Carolina neighborhood try to outdo themselves every Halloween season. Low Country residents go all out, from spooky decorations, many handmade, to creepy and creative ways of giving out candy.
Their goal, simply to impress trick-or-treaters. Some dedicate time spent on proper building and setting up their yards weeks to months before Halloween.
I love it.
Yeah, I've seen so many elaborate Halloween displays, and coming up next will be Christmas, and then we'll see all of those.
Well, let's not forget about Thanksgiving. I know there's no decorations for Thanksgiving per se.
Yeah. I mean, some people do decorate for Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Cornucopias.
You can keep the pumpkins out.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's fun, and it's that time of year when people kind of express themselves and kind of reflect on the year past. So anyways, it's just a fun time of year.
Yeah.
Decorate your heart out, everyone. Quick look outside. Can't wait to tell you about a lovely day ahead. That is next in my First Alert weather forecast.
And Riley Fitzgerald joins us in the studio to tell us about a new program designed to lighten the load on detectives in the middle of an investigation. That's coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
Cut your ties to the fuel pump with an electric vehicle from Overturf Kia, your EV headquarters. You'll find a great selection of new vehicles in stock now. Save over $5,500 on a new 2023 all-electric EV6 Wind with all-wheel drive. Now just $48,999. Or get 2.49% interest for up to 72 months. Take delivery today or reserve a car that's on its way. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
Where's the most mouth-watering pizza and best salad bar in town? Well, Hubby's Pizza, of course. Order Hubby's Pizza tonight and get a large 16-inch pepperoni pizza for just $15.99. Mouth-watering yumminess. The perfect fresh dough and toppings for a quick and easy dinner. Dine in or carry out. Come acquire the Hubby's Habit, your hometown favorite for nearly 45 years.
Bruno! Bruno!
Pup on the run? No problem. With 5 drive modes, Rogue makes this a walk in the park.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get a low $389 per month lease on Rogue or get 0% APR financing for 36 months on the Rogue Platinum.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and Hermiston. Every location is conveniently located. And now, Smoke City for Less Hermiston has relocated to North 1st Street by AutoZone. An easy turnoff, $3.95 and you are there. For the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, Kratom, and specialty products too. Open 7 days a week, 5 locations, Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and the new location in Hermiston, off $3.95. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
As our new Volunteers Count winners, Valerie and Steve Burnett, STCU is awarding you a $1,000 donation.
It says
what we do is valued by other people.
Valerie and Steve have been directing the Royal Family Kids Camp.
Everybody volunteers, and we don't charge the state or the families.
It costs us over $100,000 to put on camp every year. Seeing these kids smile is pretty terrific.
STCU Volunteers Count honors volunteers in our communities. Please tell us a story of someone you believe is making an impact.
Join us Saturday, November 11th from 4 to 8 p.m. as Bubbles and Bites returns to the Walter Clore Wine and Culinary Center in Prosser. Spend the evening sipping on local sparkling wines while sampling sweet and savory bites from regional chefs. Be sure to stock up on your favorite wines for holiday parties and gifts. Tickets for Bubbles and Bites are just $25 and on sale now at tourprosser.com. Space is limited. Get your tickets today.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Thursday morning, everyone. Hope you've had a wonderful morning so far. Starting to see the first vestiges of light for our Thursday morning. It is going to be gorgeous. We have sunrise here coming up after the 7 o'clock hour. Plenty of sunshine today and light winds as well to boot. So just beautiful conditions, especially in this part of October. So free and clear on our radar. Let's take a look at that futurecast. And we're going to be looking at plenty of sun, then overnight, plenty of clear skies. That also means chilly conditions in your morning. Friday, maybe a hint of cloud coverage coming in, and then Saturday, we're going to see building clouds as the day goes on, as that will transition, kind of signal the transition into cooler temperatures, even possible showers and wind on Sunday, and those extremely cool conditions coming next week, but not today or the next couple of days. High pressure system has moved over from yesterday in Northern California into Nevada, and it is starting to pump in, or continuing to pump in, warmer temperatures from the south, and that will persist tomorrow, Saturday, and then that switch will occur. Now, it's very chilly this morning, especially in Yakima and in Ellensburg, just 2 degrees above our freezing, just plain old the freezing mark for Ellensburg, 5 degrees above it for Yakima. Other than that, mid to lower 40s. Right around the 50-degree mark for the Blue Mountain region. And this is about the time of year when the Blue Mountain region is routinely warmer in the overnight period and mornings than all of our other areas. But today, our highs are all going to be in the mid to lower 70s. We're going to slowly just get less hot, I guess, Friday, tomorrow, and Saturday. Then we're going to level out to right around the average for Sunday and Monday, and then right down to 52 on Wednesday. So a 20 to 25 degree drop for all of our cities from today to a week from yesterday. So get ready for very chilly temperatures. They are afoot. So wind speed, very light this morning, and they're going to continue to be light for the next couple of days. When we have these light winds, it is a bit worrisome for fog. We do expect a little bit more fog tomorrow, but not as we head into this morning, except for in Prosser. Again, seeing very limited visibility there. So keep an eye out for fog, especially between the Tri-Cities, Yakima, and Ellensburg. So our highs today, mid-70s. 75 for Toppenish, 74 for Ellensburg. In the Mid-Columbia, mid to lower 70s. In the Blue Mountain region, mid-70s. It's amazing. Pendleton and Hermiston are your hot spots. Spirit of 76. So 7-day forecast, mid to lower 70s through Saturday, right around the mid-60s Sunday and Monday, and then much cooler in our next work week. Do get ready for shower activity off and on as well. Tri-Cities area, mid to lower 70s through Saturday, and kind of the same progression that Yakima had. So the changes start Sunday and then complete by the time we get to Wednesday of next week. So let's get back to today. Plenty of sunshine, light winds, beautiful conditions. Hope you can get outside and enjoy, and should be very nice tomorrow, despite a little bit of fog expected tomorrow, and at least the start of your Saturday. But big changes coming next week.
Used to have a gang task force to fight crime from violent offenders. Due to staffing shortages over the past several years, that was put on hold. The Benton County Sheriff noted an increase in homicides, property crimes, vehicle thefts, and knew they needed something to take its place. Apple Valley News Now's Riley Fitzgerald joins us live in studio after speaking with the Sheriff's new proactive team.
The Benton County Sheriff's Office is making an effort to target violent criminals across the community and taking an aggressive approach to solving and preventing crimes. I spoke with Benton County Sheriff Tom Croskery about his efforts not only to start this new team up, but also to hire more law enforcement officers into the department. According to the Benton County Sheriff's Office, they were short more employees just 2 years ago than they'd ever seen.
When I started, we were down 15 employees. And that's a lot for the size of agency. What we had to do was hire people. We've been doing that over the last couple of years, is hiring people. Once we got people kind of built up and those numbers built back up, then we were able to take some of those people from patrol and from some other areas in the sheriff's office and create this proactive team.
Now, the agency is only down by 3 employees, with another joining the team within just a few weeks. The proactive team has arrested suspects, served search warrants, recovered illegal and stolen firearms, and more in the short time it's been active. PROACT Team Detective Sergeant Scott Surplus says the role of the team is to assist both detectives and patrol.
Basically, whatever patrol gets or whatever detectives need help on, we just jump in, and one of our biggest things I tell our guys is to be the link between detectives and patrol and keep communication going between them.
While detectives focus on pressing investigations, the PROACT team supplements what the detectives can't address immediately. They also assist patrol in larger cases, so deputies are available to get back to responding to 911 calls. Jill, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Riley. We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast. But first, a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, how to protect you and your family from AI scams.
We all have to take steps to protect ourselves from becoming a victim best we can.
According to the FTC, imposter scams are now the most commonly reported in the U.S. Now, criminals are cloning a victim's voice using artificial intelligence and then using that voice to commit fraud.
They call, they synthesize the voice of a loved one, and it's the loved one saying something like, I've been in a car accident and I need money, or I'm in the hospital, or I've been arrested, I'm in this foreign country and I need money. It's always going to be, I need money.
Catching a fake in the heat of the moment can be extremely difficult.
That stress causes you to make judgments you wouldn't ordinarily make.
So how do you know whether or not you're talking to a scammer? We'll have the expert advice you need to combat these AI scams coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
RSV can severely affect the lungs and lower airways.
But I'm protected with Arexvy.
Arexvy is a vaccine used to prevent lower respiratory disease from RSV in people 60 years and older. RSV can be serious for those over 60, including those with asthma, diabetes, COPD, and certain other conditions.
But I'm protected.
Arexvy is proven to be over 82% effective in preventing lower respiratory disease from RSV and over 94% effective in those with these health conditions. Arexvy does not protect everyone and is not for those with severe allergic reactions to its ingredients. Those with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most common side effects are injection site pain, fatigue, muscle pain, headache, and joint pain.
I chose Arexvy.
RSV, make it Arexvy.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:51. We're going to get to your first alert forecast in a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. According to Kennewick Police, officers were called to the 4800 block of West Clearwater Avenue and North Zinsser Street around 4 p.m. yesterday, when witnesses reported a 14-year-old boy pointed a gun at a person during an argument, then fired the gun into the ground. The boy allegedly ran into a nearby home before officers could get there. When officers were able to get inside the home, they say the boy wasn't there. They are actively searching for him. No one was hurt in the shooting. Shanna Gardner, the West Richland woman suspected in the murder of her ex-husband, Microsoft executive Jared Bridegan, is expected in court this morning to decide when she will be extradited to Florida. The extradition was put on hold after the paperwork for the warrant wasn't filed in time. Gardner is charged with first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit murder, solicitation to commit a capital felony, and child abuse. We'll have the details from her court appearance tonight on Apple Valley News Now. Washington State Patrol has made some progress in dealing with people selling gold jewelry on the side of highways. According to Trooper Chris Thorson, WSP confiscated these items from 2 separate people in Yakima. He says both are now under investigation. Earlier this month, there were reports of people selling gold jewelry and other items for gas money. However, buyers later discovered the gold was fake. Richland police are searching for a missing woman, and they're looking for the public's help. 21-year-old Juliana Ramos Flores was last seen September 28th. She's listed as 5 feet 1 inch tall. Richland police say she has a tattoo of a rose on her right forearm and a black heart on her left wrist. If you see her, call non-emergency dispatch at 509-628-0333. County commissioners passed a resolution in 2016 that allows them to convert any excess health care benefits into cash. Washington law says elected officials can't give themselves raises when they're in office, and in some cases, converting VEBA money into cash could be seen as getting a raise. Commissioner Brad Peck may owe the county around $47,000. Former commissioners Bob Koch and Rick Miller may owe the county $20,000 and $21,000, respectively. A ribbon cutting was held yesterday morning for the North Center Parkway between Gage Boulevard and Taft Hill Drive between Kennewick and Richland. Construction began last year, but the project has taken a lot longer. According to the City of Richland's Public Works Director, the railroads and trains that run across the path presented a major challenge. The goal is to improve traffic around the Columbia Center Mall, provide more potential job creation, and better access to underserved properties. Yakima County is facing a Shigella outbreak. According to the Yakima Health District, Yakima County has had 72 cases between January and Monday. That's a significant jump from the 10 cases during that same span in 2022. Symptoms include diarrhea, fever, stomach pain, or the need to use the restroom despite empty bowels. Symptoms usually start within 2 days of an infection and last a week. You can do your part to answer the Red Cross, their call for blood donations. There's a blood drive today in Richland. It runs 10 to 3 at the Richland Community Center in Howard Amon Park. You can make appointments online, and donors will receive a $15 Amazon gift card through the mail. An update meeting yesterday highlighted issues facing the proposed Horse Heaven Wind project, like the visuals of the wind farm, hang glider safety during construction, and negative impacts to culturally significant locations to the Yakima Nation and other tribes. But there's been no mention of water, and Yakima County Commissioner Amanda McKinney has sent a letter to the state asking them to review the proposal again before making any permanent decisions.
Look at those fall colors on this Thursday morning. Beautiful conditions are going to be happening today with light winds and just awesome conditions through Saturday. And then we're going to see those changes come on Sunday as we start to cool down. By next week at this time, highs in the lower 50s. So big changes on the way. But for today, we're clear right now and we're warmer because of this high pressure system that was in Northern California yesterday. It's moved over into Nevada, about to get into Utah, and it's continuing to bring in warm temperatures for the entirety of the West. So if you're doing some traveling this weekend on Saturday, you're going to see above average temperatures, but they're going to get back to around average by the time we get to Sunday. Very chilly conditions again expected next week. Current temperatures, we are a degree above the freezing level for Ellensburg. Folks, you're going to want a coat this morning. You won't need it for the afternoon, but definitely this morning. Yakima, you're at 37. Our other areas, mid to lower 40s, right around that 50-degree mark for the Blue Mountain region. So all over the place temperatures this morning, but we're going to be all together for our highs today. Light winds continue, and we're going to see light winds tomorrow, Saturday. They'll start to pick up only around 10 mile per hour Sunday and into our next work week. So a little bit of wind action is on the way. So let's take a look at those highs today. We're in the mid 70s pretty much across the board. 74 for Yakima, 74 for Ellensburg. Tomorrow we'll be in the lower 70s for most of our cities, and we'll stay there into Saturday, and then mid 60s by Sunday and Monday. Mid 70s today for the Mid-Columbia. And again, this is accompanied by light winds, plenty of sunshine, and beautiful conditions. So we're in the mid 70s today by a week from yesterday. So next Wednesday, we are going to be in the lower 50s. So a 20 to 25 degree drop from today to next Wednesday. Get prepared, get out those coats. It is going to be chilly next week, but a nice Thursday is on the way. Jill.
Thanks for joining us on Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next. Your local news is back tonight at 5.